This is the video review for Transformers Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Vortex. Excuse me. So here's Vortex. He is one of the Combaticons. This is the retail release, because this is technically one of 3 different versions of Vortex that we can get, and 1 of 3 versions of all the Combaticons that we can get. You have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which is the most video game accurate, but also the single most expensive. The Combaticons themselves, whether they're open or sealed, they'll cost you probably over $100 for the San Diego Comic-Con one, because, like I said, it is the most show accurate. Then you have the Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store exclusive in the Generation 2 coloring of the Combaticons, which are roughly about 50. I haven't checked recently, but I know they're about 50, maybe 75 tops. And then you can buy them at retail. The only problem is, since they're 5 brand new figures in a wave, they come 1 to a case. So when I found Vortex at my local Target, it was Vortex and a bunch of Optimus and Jazzes. So I picked up Vortex, and I'm going to collect the retail ones, and maybe in the future I will get the San Diego Comic-Con one. So here's Vortex. He is somewhat show accurate, but not really. Just basically the mold is show accurate. The colors they're iffy for accuracy, but I very do like them. So here's Vortex. He does come with his 2 gun / sword weapons. That just peg right down in there. Does have the spinning fan blades. Got a couple nice Decepticon logo. Well, got a nice Decepticon logo there, which you can see it's absent there. Very nice. As you can see, he's got his combiner port back here. The good thing is you really can't see really much of the robot kibble. You can, once you transform him, you understand that this becomes like his underwear piece, essentially, because it's right below his waist. And you can see a tiny bit of the chest here, but other than that, you really don't see any of the robot parts. So, size comparison wise, I don't have any Fall of Cybertron figures in vehicle mode right here with me, but I do have Universe Hound. Oop. And you can see that Vortex is actually bigger. I have Reveal the Shield Fallback, which is Vortex is again bigger, and I have Reveal the Shield Perceptor, which obviously Vortex is bigger. And why that is because if he didn't have this big tail piece here because of him being a helicopter, then he would not be the biggest of those deluxes. So to transform him, it's a fun transformation, very fun. What you want to do is you want to pop off the weapons. Put them off to the side like so. And what I like to do next, after I fold the helicopter blades together, I just like to go ahead and pop them off. Come on. There. There's just a peg there that goes into that hole right there, and they become a little bit of a nuisance in regular robot mode, so I just like to pop them off. So, then you want to separate the legs, like that. Oops. And here's his hand for Bruticus, but that's not part of this review. I will do a separate Bruticus review when I get all 5. Then you fold the legs down, take these pieces, fold them in like that, fold them in like that. There you have the legs, and this is funny because I think you do, I don't know why I use this, and you could very well have something to do with this in the transformation, but I find it best to keep that exactly how it is for transformation. So, then you want to come up here, you want to, you want to do the arms first. You want to separate the arms, up like that. Then you want to rotate the waist 180 degrees around to the front there. Then you want to take this piece, fold it back like that. Then you want to take the arm pieces here, push them up here, and they'll peg in. Fold the arms down, rotate them around, fold the arms down, rotate them around. Then you want to take this piece, fold it down, fold his head down, and there you have Vortex in his robot mode. So here is Vortex. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera back here. Here's Vortex in his robot mode. He is one of my favorite Combaticons, and in the retail set, honestly, he's one of the more show accurate, and I hate having to say that because none of them are. But what it makes me feel like is Hasbro went out of their way and said, you know, we'll release the completely show-accurate Bruticus at the most expensive price. Then we will give one that's, you know, the colors are more bright and, you know, child-oriented as the retail release. And if collectors really want it that bad, they'll go out and get the San Diego Comic-Con version. But what they didn't think is that maybe there's some people that didn't have the ability to go to the Comic-Con or get a hold of somebody that could get them a set. Or just flat out could, but didn't have the money. So, I don't know. I understand why Hasbro did it, but, you know, that doesn't make me any happier about it. So, so like I said, he has his 2 weapons, which I like. You can either put it in his hand here to be a gun, or you can't, because there's 2 ports. If you hold it like this, it becomes a sword gun. My camera will focus. By the way, they do have a lot of detail on them. They're not, like, since it's a bright yellow, it's not a bright yellow plastic, it's actually all the purple, but this is paint. The bright yellow paint really, really brings out the detailing. It really makes it look fantastic. Shows off all of these little, you know, little crevices in the weapon, and it's not like it's meant to be like battle damage. Come on. There we go. It's not like it's meant to be battle damage, it's just like, you know, the design of his weapon. And then you can also have it like this, you know, and this be a sword. So, and then you could technically morph them together to give him one gun half and one sword half, but honestly I think that looks really stupid, because, you know, if you could do it like this and maybe have like a double gun or have like a double sword, then that might be a little bit better, but I don't know. I just think having one part being a gun and one part being a sword looks just a little stupid. But overall, he's a very nice figure. I do highly recommend him. Obviously, if you want Bruticus, you're gonna have to get this guy. As people have noted, the plastic is not the highest of quality. Some people have had some serious breakage issues. Although not with Vortex. Swindle is the only one that's had some breakage issues, and I believe a few people have had some problems with the connectors breaking. You know, no major issues with the plastic. Isn't the best that we've gotten. And like I said, I do like just to pop off the wings. It's not like there's a place, you know, in the back here that you can really store it, unless you want to peg, it in back here, if that'll even work. Yeah, unless you want to peg it in back here, then, well, that doesn't look too bad. I never tried that. I just found that out, because it's still the same port. It's just back here. Because if you put it here, then you really can't have him hold a weapon, because because of the big plastic piece, you have to, you know, you can't have him hold a weapon. So I just like to put it back here. I don't know if that's been done before. I'm sure it has. It's just I really haven't taken the time and effort really to even look up, seeing if that's been done. I just saw it for looking for a place for the review for it. So, but articulation-wise, he has ball-jointed shoulders, can rotate at the bicep, he can bend at the elbow. No hand articulation, it's all molded in. His head is on a ball joint. It can't rotate, it can go up and it can go back, but it can't go, it can't rotate side to side, because he's got these little almost Seeker-esque type of joints there. He can rotate 360 degrees at the waist. The legs are a little bit hindered going forward because of this piece here, but you can flip that forward, and he can and he has ball jointed hips. Swivel there. Can bend at 2 points at the knee. This one's because of transformation. This one's the actual joint. So, but for a Fall of Cybertron figure, it's not my favorite, because I haven't gotten any of the Wave 3 figures, and I'm sure Kickback / and or Starscream will become my favorites when I get a hold of them. But right now, Shockwave is my favorite of the Fall of Cybertron figures, but Vortex comes in second. Vortex is a very nice figure, very well proportioned. Obviously, he does not have any standing problems. He's got a very nice base with these big old hunking feet that he has as being the front of the helicopter. He hides his little gun turret and his hand, and Bruticus's hand, very well in robot mode. Although if you look at him, you can see him, but it really isn't that big a deal. I like how you can have the weapons become one, either a sword or a gun, and you can. And although it's really stupid, I'm sure there are children out there that really do like that feature of you being able to combine the weapons. So. Overall, not the best show accurate wise, but if you're looking for a good Fall of Cybertron figure, you want to get Vortex. So, there you guys have him, Transformers, Fall of Cybertron, Deluxe Class, Vortex.